I'm so excited about today's episode of Mini Athletics and Me. It's a really special one because we have got an amazing guest, Vicki Brunt from the Children and Young People's Cancer Association, the CCLG. Mini Athletics actually started working with the CCLG about 2 years ago now, I think.
It was about that, yeah.
Yeah. And since then, we've kind of raised over £30,000 for their charity. We're kind of in the middle of planning our next event, which is going to be in October. So it's fantastic to invite you here today, Vicky, to talk all about the CCLG and how things are going.
Not at all. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about what the charity is and what you do?
Yes, I can. It's not a quick and easy answer.
Yeah.
I will try to keep it as concise as possible, but we're essentially think of us as the hub for everyone who cares about beating childhood and teenage cancer. So under CCLG, we bring together doctors and nurses and scientists and psychologists and play specialists and therapists and all the people that would support and work with families during that time. And they can gather information from us, they can work with us, and it's our job to basically take that collective brain power and funnel it into information for the parents, information for anybody connected to that journey, better and kinder treatments, and we hope ultimately a brighter future for anybody that is affected by cancer.
Yeah, it's amazing. And the way, like you say, the way it brings everybody together. I mean, that's no mean feat as well. You know, so many people are involved in that journey.
It is a huge undertaking, and it's not just our charity that are involved in it, although like I say, we're very central to it all. No one organisation can do it alone, so it's very collaborative, and we work with a lot of different organisations and charities and all sorts. So yes, it's a massive group effort.
Yeah, and that's kind of answered my next question, because I was going to ask you, why is the work you do so important for young people and their families when they're going through the cancer journey?
Yeah, it feels like it's never going to happen to you, and hopefully it never will. But, you know, every year more than 4,000 children and young people in the UK get told that they have cancer. They get that cancer diagnosis. Although survival rates have skyrocketed, which is fabulous. You know, it was less than 20% in the 1960s. It's over 80% now, which is fabulous.
Wow. Yeah.
That's still, for every 10 children that get cancer, 2 of them don't survive it, which is unacceptable as far as we're concerned. It is still the biggest killer by disease for under 25s. And on top of that, around 2/3 of survivors do have long-term side effects.
Yeah.
So it's not just about surviving cancer, it's surviving and thriving after the treatment. It's really important that, you know, that we are diagnosing quicker, that we're finding those kind of treatments that limit and hopefully eradicate the after effects of the treatment, and that it improves the rest of their life for them, hopefully.
And do you provide the support for them sort of centrally, or is it more of an information service that you give?
So we are not frontline. No, we don't do any frontline service provisions. What we do is we are a members association. So we have over 2,000 members of CCLG now. And that's the range of, you know, surgeons, consultants, play specialists, anybody who works within pediatric or TYA oncology, teenage and young adult.
Yeah.
Oncology can be a member of CCLG's association, and through that they get access to networking, they get access to numerous training sites that we do and sessions that they can get. They have access to our publications, and we do publications from very medical, very specific to consultants and medical professionals, all the way down to aimed at, you know, 4 and 5 year old children who have just been diagnosed, and you need to explain to them that they're going to have a stem cell transplant, or they're going to have radiotherapy. And we have publications to help them do that. So although we're not frontline, we work with the frontline people very, very closely. We allow them networking through us. They have our annual conference that they get to go to. We talk, we baseline best practice. We make sure that if there's a good way of doing something, everybody knows about it. So there's an awful lot of very good information sharing that they get access to. Like I say, we also do our publications as well. So it's over 900 different publications. It might even be more than that now. It's ever growing. And like I say, it goes from medically based things. There are then documents that we do that are for professionals, but not necessarily medical professionals. So your therapists, your physiotherapists, your play specialists, those kind of roles within the support system. We then do support for parents, grandparents, teachers, anybody that is helping that child through that process. And then we do the actual stuff that is for the children and the teenagers and young adults for them to have their questions answered as well. So it's a huge array of publications that we do so people can get trusted, specific medical information as and when they need it.
It sounds great, because I guess it's a really daunting period of time for people who are
definitely
this horrible kind of situation, and to have that information to be able to go to and trustworthy as well, that you're not just looking it up online.
Well, this is it. There's a lot of stuff on Google that you shouldn't be trusting. So they know when they come to us that it is medically backed and approved advice, not other sorts of advice.
So, and so we at Mini Athletics, about 2 years ago, I think Clare came to you. We do a charity fundraising lesson plan every year, and you've kind of become our charity now, so it's fantastic.
Which we massively appreciate.
Well, we just love it. Like, we love getting involved. You guys are great. And it's a really great week that the kids have a great week. The coaches have a great week. The franchisees, we all have a great week. Obviously, it is for a really important cause. What types of things does that money go towards? What's it helping?
So all sorts of stuff. I mean, put simply, you can fuel the innovation pipeline for what we do. Yeah, it's 35 grand that you guys, is it 35 or 30 you guys have raised? I thought it was knocking on for 35 now.
Yeah, it was over, it was almost there, and probably more than 30 in the 2 years.
But that could cover an entire small grant for research to the initial phases of a research grant. That could pay for that in itself, that could then lead to drastic changes in treatment and things for children and young people. So yeah, it is a huge contribution and one of the largest singular donations that we have as an organisation. So it's really important and special to us. So thank you very much.
No, that's incredible to hear. For all our parents and all the athletes across, the UK, it's amazing. It's amazing for them to hear where all that money is going.
Hi, I'm Ben, the marketing manager here at Mini Athletics, and I'm sorry to interrupt the podcast with Clare and Hannah, but it's really important to understand that every year in the UK alone, more than 4,000 children and young people are diagnosed with cancer. As a disease, it's the biggest killer of young people, and the CCLG are committed to bringing together the right expertise to drive progress and breakthroughs for every young person with cancer. And that is why here at Mini Athletics we are proud to support the Children and Young People's Cancer Association once again with our annual Charity Week, which takes place from Monday the 6th of October to Sunday the 12th of October. As you listen to this episode of the podcast, why not donate to the charity by visiting our Just Giving page, which you can find the link to in the show notes, and together we can make a real difference to the lives of young people and their families who are impacted by cancer. Thanks for listening, and back to the show.
How important to the charity are community-led events like the ones we do at Mini Athletics? Like you've already said, obviously it's one of the biggest donations that you get, but I'm guessing you don't get a lot of funding.
No funding.
None. Okay.
No funding. None at all. So it's all through generous donations of corporations, trusts and the public. So we don't get any government funding at all. It's all done through fundraising. So very, very important is the simple answer. Clinical trials need scientists, publications need writers, everything needs funding. From a grassroots perspective, it's not just the fundraising with you guys though, because you are a national out there working with hundreds of people, it's the awareness as well. I mean, I'm head of fundraising, so obviously fundraising is very important to me, but It's not just about that with you guys, it's getting the word out there, it's making people aware of what we do and why it's so important. But yeah, without being crass, the money is very important as well, and it does make a huge difference. So as I said, community events and organisations and setups like you keep spreading the awareness so that we can make more people aware and get them involved in supporting us. So it's incredible, really, and I hope you guys realise the impact you have, because it is huge.
And as franchise, like I'm a franchisee as well, like it's brilliant to know, and it really spurs us on with our fundraising efforts. The families and the children, they're incredible, the amount of money that they raise, but for us as franchise, like, it's so rewarding, and it's so rewarding, and it helps spur us on as well to raise as much as possible in that week and make a big difference.
We have so many kids in the network that are doing this, and you just think like it could happen to anyone at any time. You just don't know, and that thought is terrible. But the fact that they're helping to kind of ensure that there is support there for people who get into that situation is amazing to hear, really. So thanks for that. But thanks for letting us do it. We really enjoy it. The week's always amazing. So
you do not have to thank us. Trust me, we're more than happy to have you on board. It's our pleasure.
Well, we're very much looking forward to this year. We're having Chef Week.
Yay!
So we're all going to be getting our best aprons on, and our sessions are going to be themed around imaginary preparing of food and being chefs. So the kids are looking forward to it. So the sponsorship form should be going out in September. So we can't wait for that. And hopefully we'll be able to get, loads of exciting things. Like last year when we were doing our emergency services, we had fire trucks turn up and paramedics and police, and it was just a great morning. So it was really, so yeah.
Oh, the children love it. Like, obviously a lot of what we do is, everything we do in lessons is all based around imaginative play, and every time we get a new lesson plan, it just adds to that excitement. So I think, they're really going to love it. And the fact, like Claire said, they can get involved with cooking at home and preparing food, and
it just works on a lot of levels, doesn't it? I think it's brilliant. Any excuse to channel your inner bake-off star, I'm in.
Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely.
Is there a particular message you would give to the parents and the children, when they're gearing up for Chef Week?
Just to express how incredible their efforts are. I hope they know the difference they are making, the impact they are having on the families of children who have had that diagnosis and who are going through that treatment or have been through it and are living with the after effects of chemotherapy. It makes such a difference to them to have the information we can provide and have that available to them, and we couldn't do that without you guys doing that sort of thing. So just please understand how grateful we are and how incredible we think you are for doing it, and you keep coming back every year and you keep smashing your targets and doing ever exciting and innovative fundraising ideas that we can't thank you enough, and just please understand that we are, as are every family available using our services. We really appreciate it.
Well,
definitely
share that
got the challenge on this year as well to make sure we can beat that target again.
I have no doubts.
So going forward, what plans has the CCLG got? I know you've changed your branding recently and things, so what's going to happen in the future?
A lot.
We have so many plans. So there's a lot of, obviously we need to continue doing the work we're doing. We need to raise awareness of not just us as an organisation, but of how impactful childhood and teenager and young adult cancer is, because although the figures sound drastic, it is also, you don't know until you know. And I would much rather people find out by learning who we are than actually finding out and getting that diagnosis. So it's making people aware that it does happen. It's horrific, but we're working on it. And any support, anybody that comes and becomes aware of us and gets engaged with the work we do and helps us fuel that research and produce that information for people are making a big difference. So it's the awareness thing for me at the minute is key, because a lot of people don't really know we exist as a charity and as an organisation until you have to. So it's getting our name out there, getting knowledge of the work we're doing and why is really important to us as an organisation. So it's awareness. It's obviously, I've got lots of fundraising plans that hurt my head and my entire team when I say it, but we've got lots of fun things planned. We've got events coming up. We're doing our own big hike in September for the first time, which is going to be brilliant. Actually, I did a test walk for yesterday and got massively sunburnt. So I've got a really, really good sunburn line going on there because I stupidly didn't put the sun cream on my neck. I did everywhere else, but I didn't put it on my neck. But yeah, we had a lovely 14-mile hike around the Dales, the Peak District yesterday. So that will be our first time we've done that event. We've got a gala dinner that we'll be doing again because that's always a fun one. We've got lots of virtual challenges going on. We've got all the runs that we do, all the challenge events that we do. So just growing and moving forward with fundraising and awareness and getting the good knowledge out there, I guess.
Well, it's incredible. It's so multifaceted, isn't it? Like you say, the fundraising, the publications, the research, supporting.
We're not an easy charity to say, what is it you do? You know, we can't just wrap it up in a nice little, but it's like, take a seat. This might take a while.
Yeah.
There are so many different angles to what we do, each all incredibly important. I mean, the research, I can't tell you how incredible the research is and the scientists we've got working not for us, who we fund to do some literally life-changing stuff. So yeah, it's so much fun.
Incredible. Like, even when you say about the figures from 60 years ago, or whatever, 50, 60 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, it's
and I think like that research is so important. So not so that we get rid of, ideally, we don't want to have that, the CCLG having to do the research, having to give out all the information. We want to beat this thing, don't we? So
absolutely, that would be the ideal, but we've got a long way to go.
You're doing a great job, so we appreciate that. It's fantastic. So thank you so much, Vicki, and thank you so much for sharing it with us today and letting us know how that money helps. It's been great.
No, absolutely my pleasure. It's lovely talking to you, ladies, and thank you very much for having me.
No problem. Thank you,
Vicki.
Thank you.